Hello, Jessica Veloza, Proactive Wellness. How are you? Nurse practitioner. I woke up this morning and wanted to go on a walk and I mean, how could you not want to be out here? I will say that it's a shame that I'm not worried about panthers or rabid raccoons. I'm worried about motherfuckers. So that's gonna happen if your ass come up on me. Should it be like that? No. But is it like that? Absolute freaking mente. But guess what? I'm not worried. I'm just prepared. I don't want to get in no dang fight. And another thing that comes to mind about that is that my body habitus, I've been like large a lot of my life, or at least over big. I mean, I'm tall. I'm 5'11", but like I've been 40, 80, 100 plus pounds overweight throughout major parts of my adult life. And sometimes I hear people who have either a history of being attacked or assaulted or abuse or sexual abuse of some kind talk a lot about it's a psychological point of subconsciously getting large and staying large, because guess what? A bitch harder to take down. Now, if I say all that and I'm out here in the woods and an animal comes up on me, y'all go prove my ass wrong. But truly, how could you not find absolute peace and solace out here? We're made to be out here. But I will never be massively overweight again. Not only can I say that, I truly believe that my proprietary approach to transformative weight loss is an end game. It's the last diet. It's the breakup with diets. It's the healing of the relationship with yourself and with food. And I'd like you to look at this moment in your life as a fork in the road. Not much unsimilar to this. Should I go this way? Trail marker 13? Or should I go this way? Trail marker 25. I'm going out of order. This is the way I generally like to go. This one whips back around. And am I crazy? No, I don't want to go this way. I think I usually do, but I don't want it to whip back around like to the exit. Not quite yet. Also, 13 is my favorite number, so meh. The fork in the road that you are at right now is the fork where you decide, am I going to keep letting this roller coaster control my life? Ups, downs, don't know when, don't know what, don't know how to get off, can't unstrap, locked in the damn weight train? Or are you going to take action? I'm not saying it's my program, but you have to take action. And I'm most certainly not saying eat less and move more. Even though there's some credence to that, that is not the root of most people's problems who have chronic, recurrent obesity, that they lose weight and then they gain weight and then they lose weight and then they gain weight. That is most certainly not good advice, okay? Eat less and move more, my dick! If eat less and move more was good advice, or it was enough advice to get people there, literally no one would be overweight. Duh! Statistically, 98% of people that lose weight by eating less and moving more regain the weight. Surprise, surprise. So what's the answer, Jessica? Do you have a PDF that I can buy and download? Are you going to charge me all this money for a PDF that's pre-prescribed, that isn't tailored to me? Hell no. Been there, done that. That don't work. We're going to have to dig deeper than that. We're talking psychology. We're talking emotion. We're talking healing. We're talking nervous system dysregulation. We're talking autonomic dysfunction. We're talking deep dive, multifaceted, hormonal, metabolic identification of what symptoms are associated with multi-system dysfunction that starts in the brain and the spirit and the soul, often, that leads to massively overweight. But wait, I'm not saying it's all in your head. Don't be dismayed. You might have a thyroid problem. You might have, who knows, and it might be subclinical, okay? subclinical. Subclinical meaning that you go to the doctor, you get labs, and they tell you it's all normal. I don't know what to tell you. You probably need to eat less and move more. You're probably lazy because you're fat. That's what they're thinking in their mind. Or like usually not, but at least that's what it feels like. No, ho, I'm telling you something's wrong. That's what you always tell them, right? And they come back with the same whip, snip, snap. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you. Not much unlike the root system that used to exist from this tree. The rest are underground, right? But we see all the different multiple parts and pieces that used to be connected to the earth, right? Used to be connected to the earth, seeking nutrients, seeking energy, seeking nutrition and nourishment from their multiple roots, right? My point being that there's not usually one cause for any problem, whether we're talking about obesity, overweight, difficulty maintaining weight. There's not usually just one little thing, okay? Eat less and move more. It pisses me off. So if it's not that, then why do med schools teach doctors that? And why does the community believe that? And why do people who have never struggled with weight continue to tell people who are struggling with the weight or who have struggled with weight their entire life that it is true? Why? Well, I could get more into the science of it. That's fucking boring. Kilocalories were measured in a lab in a chemistry setting, and I can't tell you exactly without looking it up to remind myself, but how much energy does it take to burn 1 kilocalorie some way relates to, it's a science chemical lab thing. And there are a lot of other extenuating factors within our bodies, hormonally and metabolically related to hormones too, by the way, that impact that in a way that makes it much different than just you burn this calorie and this calorie. They're not equal, by the way. Calories are not created equally. Just like the massive amount of variety out here in these woods, our bodies are multifaceted. The reasons that drive us to have a hard time making decisions about certain things, to want to stop eating but can't, to start over every Monday, they're multifaceted, like the roots of that tree. There's not just like, this is the cause right here. It's you're lazy. It's not true, Bobby. Now, who came out here and beautifully placed these stones like that? I feel like that was not nature. Do you think it was nature? You think someone used to live here and found those stones? That looks like nature, but aftermarket nature. So yeah, there's not one specific way that we can go, here is a pre-prescribed plan, and this is what's going to help you. So what my life work is culminating to at the time has 2 branches. One of the branch is transformative weight loss. My initial sprint is going to be transformative weight loss for nurses. Again, thank you, man. This is probably maybe the city, like the man. But hey, thank you, city man, for doing something that benefits me. Look at this one, baby. Look at all them micro roots. That's another example. There can be so many little, tiny little things that impact you throughout many different ways in your life that lead you to a point where you're like, I don't know what else to do, dude. I've tried everything. By the way, I want to stop cussing, like for you guys and my mom and a little bit my kids, but mostly for you guys and for clout and professionalism but I feel it in my soul. I'm at another fork in the road. They're telling me that hikers should go this way. I'm assuming that means bikers should go this way. So of course I'm going this way. You're not gonna steal shit from me just because I don't have a bike on me. Okay, well actually I don't know if this would be a really good spot for bikes to go. You might slip whip. I might slip whip on my feet, but I got enough roots to get me there. Bang, bang, bong, bong, bong. This seems like a good place to stop and take a little time to talk. Let's see, what do we have going on here? Is being 40 gonna prevent me from getting through this dam? Well, no damn way. I will say this is probably real snaky over here, and I should be careful. I had a patient one time that got bit by a snake. Well, I've had a couple, but one of them was very memorable. He was walking through like this grassy area, and it was kind of like in a grassy ditch near his house, but they didn't live far from water, and he got bit by a dang water moccasin on sort of like his ankle. I'll never forget this person because I gave him anti-venom. Like, we ordered it from Miami to be delivered to Florida because we didn't have any here at that little Bodine hospital I was working at. And he left against medical advice. He got a couple doses but ended up leaving against medical advice, which was crazy because we had his leg, like his bite was down here, and we had his leg, you know, we kept drying the line, and as it was coming all the way up to here, and we're talking like tissue necrosis, right? What was that? Probably a limb falling, but Papa's got a brand new dance. Whoa, yo, whoa. Why aren't y'all out here, dude? Like, why are y'all not out here ever? Okay, never mind. That was silly. I'm going back this way. It was probably a limb falling. Duh. So yeah, back on topic. Weight loss, weight maintenance. There's a lot more psychological, anatomical, neurological. It's just a lot more components. Endocrinology. You know how many glands you have in your body that excrete different stuff that can even have to do with what's going on with you? Truly? And I'm not saying we have to like spend a lot of money and do a lot of labs and like get to the specific answer. What I'm saying is that if we know that a bunch of these things are possible and often likely and expected to be in some sort of dysfunction within our bodies when we have somebody with resistant weight loss, what I mean is that we should take all of them things into consideration, and we should do the appropriate lifestyle things that would help resolve or improve the issues that are leading to you metabolically not being able to lose weight. Oh, not sure why there's a jar under there. Humans. Think I can do it? It's like a jump. Kind of want to go across there though. Well, I'm gonna hold the tree. Ah, yeah, this is no big deal. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. Look at the view that y'all's ass would have never had if you didn't consider the possibility of holding that tree and hopping down here. Just kidding. I'm not trying to be judgy, able-body judgy, okay? My body has become much more able in the past year, again, whereas I have been pretty able my whole life. When I got to be 308 pounds, I was still coming out here. Don't get me wrong. It was just a lot more going on and a lot less going on in other ways. I'm trying to take my AirPod out. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that because these do block out background noise, but the leaves falling, the limbs cracking. Obviously it's a little fall. It's not like Virginia or anything, but gumballs popping. Okay, I was thinking about going the other way, but I actually want to go back right the way I came, so we're gonna do a little bit of this and a little bit of that and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I mean, look at this root system. I know it's not the same thing and it's not a direct analogy, but in order for us to stand up and be stable, in order for us to function all of our complex, multifaceted body functions, there's not just one little answer. It's not a simple little horseshoe dip bend from didn't know to know. There's multifaceted reasons that you can end up where you're at. And they're all very unique and individualized to you. Though there are many common repeated themes, they're all individually unique to you. And transformative weight loss, my goal with transformative weight loss is to create a community of people who have experienced this, who have gotten over it, who have lost weight once and for freaking all, who have healed their relationship with food, their relationship with themselves, And I'm going to leave you with one very powerful thing. As soon as I find a really good place to put my camera and talk to y'all a little bit more stably in a still spot. Just kidding, I literally didn't have to go anywhere. Look at this tree. I don't think you can see the entirety of it right there, but this little tiny limb that I'm on, twig more like it. So the last thing I want to talk about, you've probably heard me talk about before, or if you've talked to me in person, or if we've worked together at all, you've definitely heard me talk about before. Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna hold it because this is so cool, and look at this. How could you not want to like be a part of this? Look at that. Look at that magical, limby, ancient, magical. So yeah, let me get to the point. If you have struggled with your weight, then most certainly there is guilt, shame, and fear surrounding your choices around food. It might not be always, but most of the people that I talk to that have had recurrent struggles with weight, they have guilt, shame, and fear around food. You might not think you do, but see, this is something that this is why a lot of times I work with my weight loss clients for 6 months to a year or more, because then we might end up doing functional medicine and deep diving and digging deep and deep diving. And isn't it cool to have like a nurse practitioner who is also trained in functional medicine in your pocket, like text them away? Of course it's cool. I have to put this hair up. So yeah, guilt, shame, and fear around food is something that I'm so sorry for doing this like whole armpit dance that I'm doing. I just gotta get this hair off my damn head. So guilt, shame, and fear are rooted in vibrations that prevent us from succeeding, okay? If you have guilt, shame, and fear around food, you're telling the universe that this is a problem and there's dissonance here and nothing's ever going to be good here and you're a failure and you hate life and life hates you. And of course that's dramatic, but maybe you're not saying all of that. But like, guilt, shame, and fear are toxic vibrations, and we are made up of vibrations. We are literally, the way that God designed it, we are truly, literally, truly energy, right? Like energy. That's why if you do this and you're touching your skin to earth, you are getting anions into your body. You are receiving a charge. You are receiving energy physically, like biochemically. It is happening. It's not a theory. It's not a hippy dippy idea. And that's why y'all hear me talk about hugging trees, which I'm about to do right now. Of course it's going to be this one. Why wouldn't I hug a tree that you can literally climb up on and literally be with? Wow, baby. That is a big, beautiful baby right there. Hugging trees, touching trees, literally gives us life. I mean, I can't say it enough. It gives us life. Come out here with me. Let's do a group hike. If you're in Tallahassee, it's not really a hike, but it's a walk, but it's a Florida hike. Come out here with me. Let's do it. If we come in a group, we might not need this. So I'm going to end here because you guys are probably sick of hearing me make all these weird noises and stuff. But if you want to work with me, if you have any desire to even just get free information from me like this, follow this page, subscribe, share it with your friends and family. I provide nurse practitioner medically driven services anywhere in Florida, but online anywhere. I provide functional medicine coaching. I also have this transformative weight loss program that it is now almost December of 2025. I am launching the first in-sync weekly in-person telehealth group training session through Proactive Wellness Academy for transformative weight loss for nurses in January. I haven't figured out the exact date yet, but if you're interested, DM me 850-613-9534, send me a text message, or email me info@proactivewellness.net. You could also go to proactivewellness.net and sign up for the email list. No commitment, no spam. I've actually only sent out like 2 emails. I'm not there yet. I'll get there. We will be setting up email chains and funnels, and I'm working with my new business coach to help me figure out all that stuff that isn't the stuff that gives me like great passion, but is necessary if you want to run a business. And I want to share this sign. Okay. I don't need to talk about that sign right now. Let me not get off topic. If you enjoyed this, if you resonate with me, if anything I said resonates with you, please go to my website, book a free 15-minute consultation with me, send me an email. I've mentioned all 850-613-9534. Text me, reach out, DM me, let's connect. And just tell everybody about me and share me, and let's blow up so that we can reach a place where we can have functional medicine more accessible to the masses. In general, I'd like to reach as many people as possible providing functional medicine, and I'd ultimately like to be able to provide some discounted or free services to people that cannot afford this fairly expensive often. So with that being said, I'm currently offering a gift card for $2.99 for my $3.49 consultation, which is $3.49 is already priced low. But I need just enough compensation to account for the hours it takes. It's a lot of hours. I'm going to make a video shortly about what is the process when you sign up for a functional medicine consultation with me from the beginning to the end. What is the process? What are you going to get? What are you looking into? Okay, so look out for that video. Jessica Veloza, nurse practitioner, Proactive Wellness, and I love you already. Talk to you soon. Bye.